For many years, they had no children. God appeared to Samson's parents, but now they were promised a son who would be blessed with great strength and would save Israel. Their prayers were answered, and Samson was born. Samson's parents held him with great joy and gratitude, knowing they now had the responsibility to raise him according to God's will. Samson fought alone against the Philistine army, armed only with the jawbone of a donkey. But with the power of God behind him, he defeated his enemies. His bravery brought great hope to Israel. The Philistine army, terrified by Samson's overwhelming strength, began to flee. But Samson fell in love with a Philistine woman named Delilah. She used his trust to try to uncover the secret of his strength. Though there was love between them, the shadow of betrayal loomed. On that fateful night, as Samson slept deeply, Delilah began cutting his hair. Slowly, his strength started to fade, and Delilah smiled in satisfaction. Samson was being betrayed. Samson awoke to the realization that he had been betrayed. His strength was gone, and the love he had trusted had turned against him. Despair filled his heart. Samson was captured and led away by the Philistines. His eyes were gouged out, and he was no longer strong. He felt the full weight of what it meant to be without God's strength, lost in despair. In his despair, Samson prayed to God one last time. He repented of his mistakes and asked for strength once more. His hair began to grow again, and with it, his strength returned. With all his remaining strength, Samson pushed the pillars of the Philistine temple. The pillars began to collapse, bringing down the entire temple. Israel's enemies fell, defeated by Samson's sacrifice. The temple was completely destroyed by Samson's final act of sacrifice. Though he perished in the rubble, his sacrifice became a victory for Israel. Samson's story would be remembered forever.